Welcome to Thing of the Week. Today we are making a charging station for all your devices. It is so super easy to make. It's customizable. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You don't really need to even measure things, and you can make it for as many devices as you want, how deep you want. It is so simple to make, so let's dive right into it. You'll see I made this for 8 devices, but you can customize it as you see fit. And you're going to see that the top shelf is a little bit larger in mine, and I'll explain that later. You will also see that you can see the cords from the side, but I'll show you how to conceal those if you'd like. And I chose to have a removable lid, and you can do that too. So here are all the supplies you're going to need, plus 2 pieces of foam board, which I'll show in a second. So you've got your power bar, your devices, and their chargers. These Jot vertical trays from the Dollar Tree, I purchased 8 in total, but you can get as many as you like for your devices. Next we have contact paper, which is in the kitchen section at most Dollar Trees I've been to around the shelf liner, and you can pick whatever design you like. I suggest buying 3 rolls just in case. And then we have a glue gun, glue sticks, I have scissors, and I have a silicone mat for my glue gun, which is completely optional. Next, you're going to need a big box. We're only using 2 of the larger faces of the box. I just had an Amazon box lying around. And you're also going to need some foam board. So I used 2 pieces, and I will use that for the lid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, in my hands here, you can see what the shelves look like stacked on the left, and on the right is how they are found in the store, where they're all nested into each other. So what you're going to do is you're going to carefully peel off the labels. So be patient with this. I find the slower you go, the more of the tack on the back comes off, the stickiness, and then you can rub it down with something if you like, use a cleaner to help clear off the label. So you're going to do this for all your shelves. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to take each of the shelves out and you are going to stack them onto each other. So you're going to see that there's these little prongs that are at the base of each tray, and you're going to just put them into the slots of the other tray. So that way they stack instead of being nested into each other. So I'm going to make 2 rows of 4, and that's what works with my devices. If you want to make one long tower, you can do that. So I have 8 devices that I'm making this for, but you get as many trays as you need for your liking, and you position it however you wish. All right, so now that the shelves are stacked, what we're going to do is we are going to put our devices in so we get an idea of what goes where. So you're going to notice that I have 2 children's tablets, and they do have handles attached to them. So I actually have to fold one of the handles down in order for the device to fit inside the shelf. And I've placed them, both tablets, on the top shelves. You're going to see for that reason, because I need the depth at the top. For the other devices like the Chromebooks that you see here, they fit nicely into one shelf, which is perfect. You can use that for laptops that are the same size, and other tablets that don't have the kid kind of covers attached to them. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come to the back, and you are going to grab each charger for each device, and you are going to plug it into the front of the device. That's how we like to charge our stuff. So I want the cable to be visible from the front, especially for the kids. It's easy for them to plug in. And then you're going to leave the wire on that same shelf that the device belongs to, and you're going to plug in the actual cable into the power bar. And you're going to repeat this process for each and every device. For the devices that are on the shelves other than the top one, you are also going to wire or feed the cord right into the slot at the back of each tray. So you're going to see me do that with the next device with one of the Chromebooks. So here I have my cable, and I'm going to just grab one end of it, and it was just tied up, so I'm untying it, and I'm just going to feed it through the back slot of the corresponding device. So that's the great thing about these shelves. There's a little dip in the back so you can easily feed the wires through. I'm just going to feed it through, and I'm just going to charge it. And then I'm going to take the other end of that cable and I'm going to plug it into the power bar. So you're going to be doing this for each and every one of your devices. So now what I did was I took my cardboard box, and I cut it so that it is flat. And I don't like to really measure things a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just cutting along the perforated line there that you can see, or the line that's made from the box, I should say. And I'm just going to position this cardboard piece now, just to get an idea. So if you want your cords to be concealed at the back, make sure that the width of the cardboard goes a little bit deeper than or extends past the back of the tray. You can do a good 4 inches or whatever how you'd like. So that's the nice thing about making something custom to your liking instead of just buying something from the store. So you'll see here that I cut it to the width that I wanted, and I'm just going to position it here to the front edge just to give myself an idea of how tall it should be. So again, in my case, I don't want to make the cardboard to be just as tall as the shelf. I want to extend it a little bit because I have those tablets at the top that are a bit longer. So you would do this as to your devices and the setup that you have. Okay, here I am just checking that the cardboard is the size that I would like, so you can always double check. And you're going to do the same thing with another piece of cardboard because you need another side piece for the other side. So I just took this piece, put it on top of the other cardboard, traced it around, and cut it out. Okay, so this is probably not my best camera angle, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the contact paper and I am just going to wrap up each of the two cardboard pieces as if I was wrapping a gift. So I'm just going to take off the contact paper, which is very forgiving. If you find that there's any lines through it, you can remove it from the cardboard and reapply it. Just don't yank it fully off, but it is very forgiving, so it's really, really great. So I'm just going to wrap up both pieces, and then any little excess that I have that I kind of need to fold like a gift. Usually a gift you would tape up the gift wrap. You can do that if you want, or in my case I just used hot glue so that there would be a little bit more of glue to support the bends that I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the side panels to the sides of the trays. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put hot glue on the sides, so on the right hand side and the left hand side of the shelves, and I'm just going to attach the cardboard that way. If you prefer, you can use some really strong glue, whatever you have on hand. If you don't like a glue gun, I'm not a real big fan of glue guns because I don't like the heat, but it is completely up to you. And obviously you're going to repeat this process for the other end piece as well. Now I moved what I was making into the room where I will be placing this. So I just moved everything over, and you'll notice that I also made a lid. The lid is so easy to make. I took 2 poster boards. The color doesn't matter of the boards. I glued them together, and then I saw how big of a space I wanted for the lid. I liked a little lip on the sides. If you want depth, you can measure that as well. And then I just covered it the same we did with the side pieces with the contact paper. So easy. And I just rested mine on top. I didn't enforce it or glue it down because if I need to extend the shelves, it'll be really easy to do. Again, it's so simple, easy to make, super quick. You can customize it to your liking, and everything is from the Dollar Tree. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give us a thumbs up. And as always, you can subscribe to learn a bit more interesting things to make and do.